Very quickly. Big up Tammy, darling. Thank you so much indeed. Big up Abby for subscribing. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tammy, love.
I get called out.
You did. I didn't call you out. I just told you I blocked you. I didn't call you out at all.
You all to make this make sense to me. And I need all of you, the flip-floppy people who go, oh, I stand with Remi, I stand against race.
See? She wants to divide. She wants people to stand on her side. She wants people to stand on mine. Then she wants my platform to go against her platform. It bumps up her views, but it doesn't do anything to mine. Therefore, it's not profitable. And if something's not profitable, what do? We get rid of it. So I'm very sorry, Remi. You're not profitable enough for me to do. Sorry.
You go into these rooms and you still support and gift and big these...
Marvellous, guys. I'm the biggest racist on the app. Please don't support me. Please don't gift me. Guys, stop gifting me. Oh, my God.
Do you never just sit and think to yourself,
Tammy.
what am I doing here? What am I actually doing? What do I...
Let me tell you what people are doing. People are listening to the context. People listen to the context. You're just concentrating solely on the fact that a white man used that word. That's all you're focusing on. So you think there was racist intent behind the word, but it wasn't in any way, shape or form. Wasn't in any way, shape or form. And even the law's on my side to back that up too. But you want it to be a divide. You want one side against the other. It won't happen, I'm sorry. No. Not a chance. Not on my Nelly.
Actually believe in. Because it makes me look at a lot of you sideways.
Does it really?
100%. I'm looking at a lot of people sideways. And please don't misinterpret this as me saying you can't be friends with people.
That is what you're saying. You're calling people out for being in my room, for gifting me, for supporting me. You actually said, in fact, I had more support after I said it, which is wild. But that's because, let me explain to you, Remi, and I hope you're watching this, and if you're not, I'm sure somebody will tell you. Big up, Corie. Right? What you need to understand is this was already brought to the app. I said the call recording existed. I said that I was simply making a comparison. So, when it was brought to the app, the blow was already softened. So that's the reason why the app was not in uproar. If I sat on it and waited for Levi and Sophie to play it, then it would have had a bigger impact. But it hasn't, because I already softened the blow. I was already aware this call recording existed. So there's not going to be a massive race debate that you are looking for.
I'll go into certain rooms. If you are...
That is exactly what you are saying. Let me play it again.
And with Remi, I stand against racism. You go into these rooms and you still support and gift.
So there we go. In one breath, she's saying you still support, you still gift these people. You say you're standing with me, but now you're standing with the other people. Let's get on to it. Thank you.
These people up. Do you never just sit and think to yourself, what am I doing here?
There we go. Gaslighting you. Thank you, Stace, darling.
What am I actually doing? What do I actually...
They're listening to the context of everything.
Believe in. Because it makes me look at a lot of you sideways.
So there you go. She looks a lot of you sideways for coming into my room and gifting me and supporting me, right? Hold that thought.
100%. I'm looking at a lot of people sideways. And please don't misinterpret this as me saying you can't be friends with people, you can't go into certain rooms. If you are friends with people who have done or said racial slurs on this app... If
I didn't say it on this app. Thank you, Sophie.
You are an anti-racist person, you should be having conversations with these people and calling them out.
Let me tell you something now. Not one single person would be able, in any way, shape or form, to call me out. And what I mean by that is I owe not one single person on this app any explanation about how I run my life and what comes out of my mouth. Not one person is going to be able to call me out. Not one. None of you, other than the people that are in my comments and my viewers, help me towards paying my bills, forwarding my life, help me on or off the app. They are the people I care about, not you creators. I don't give two shiny ones about any of you. Not one. So I owe you no apology. Nothing at all. Is that clear enough for you now?
Calling them out and pulling them up on their actions. If you really are an anti-racist...
Can you please, Remi, bear this in mind too. This is an app. There is not judges. There is jurors. We've got jurors currently in my chat right now. We've got jurors in here, right? These are the jury. You are not my judge or my maker. I owe you nothing. Thank you, lady.
I'm not telling anyone to end friendships or boycott rooms. I would never do
that. Sounds exactly what you're saying. Thank you, Ginger.
But make sure you're having these conversations with people. And
nobody is to ring me up and try and have a conversation with me regarding racism when there was no racism that's taken place. So trying to gaslight everybody into arguing, bro.
In them know they fucked up. And at the least they could do is put out heartfelt apologies. Be sincere. Because if you are, and I get that a lot of white people don't get racism, they're scared to talk about racism, and the thing that I hate to hear the most on this app is when white creators say, well, it doesn't affect me. Obviously, I'm not black, it doesn't affect me. Well, how about this? Transphobia doesn't affect me, I'm not trans.
I'm such like a naughty school kid. Face the thunder, like says it all. Sorry.
But will I call it out? Will I stand up for? Will I give a shit about the trans community? Absolutely. I'm not part of the LGBTQIA+. But do I stand up, speak up for, protect? Yes, I do.
Just because I identify as a gay man, do not think for one single second that I need your support upon a public app to back me in any argument against my sexuality. I don't need you for nothing. Nothing. Just because I identify as a gay man, I don't need anybody to go in and back me up. I've been homophobically assaulted on this app many of times. I don't need you to back me up, darling.
Because I know, sure as shit, if a phone call came out...
Good on you, Remi. Fabulous. Go and tell her in her room.
Transphobic or ableist, and there was nobody from the trans, the LGBTQ community or the disabled community on that call, and I just said, well, there was nobody in the room to offend, so it's not offensive. I would be...
There you go. Context. Fabulous. So you understand the context, but you want to make it into a race debate again. Oh, Remi, darling, you're losing your bloody room, love. Losing your mind.
Mods, can we get rid of Stargirl, please? If I had said something homophobic...
She gets rid of Stargirl because Stargirl said you're not understanding the context of that call. So she got rid of Stargirl. Oh, bless.
Or transphobic, and that phone call was released... I would be called all of the names under the sun.
No, you wouldn't, because people would have to understand the context. People would have to understand the context of what you were saying.
But yet, when somebody uses a racial slur to another person of the same skin colour of them, it's...
She was going to say species then. Listen, she was going to say species.
But yet, when somebody uses a racial slur to another person of the same skin colour of...
Species, she was going to say. But whatever.
It's classed as, it's fine. I just want to repeat this wholeheartedly. If you are using racial slurs...
Good catch, I'm good.
Privately, openly, overtly, you are wrong for that.
See? So she's not saying that I'm a racist, she's saying that I'm wrong for using it. It's not an old clip, it was uploaded yesterday.
You are wrong for that.
Am I really?
When you can't take accountability...
I've taken accountability. It's just I owe you nothing. I'm not going to hop in your box and apologise or WhatsApp you. You didn't read my whole sentence blocking me. I said good on her. But stop. Do yourself a favour, darling. You've got numerous accounts, which means you're a troll, so of no use to me at all. Get out.
And then try and gaslight...
I'm black and I'm not offended. Well, that's your opinion, darling.
Blame creators like me.
It was uploaded yesterday.
For not giving you a heads up. You are wrong for that.
I'm not wrong for that at all. As somebody who was blowing up my phone right? Begging me to go to your event, even after my argument with AR, you were begging me to go to your event, pal, right? Blowing up my mobile device. You were blowing up my phone. My phone, not the other way around. So if I'm this big, massive racist, then you explain to everybody in your own live why you're trying to get me and my viewers to come to your event, pal. If I'm such a big racist. Golf. Nah, not getting into this debate, sorry. I've given you your time. I'll let you finish your video, actually, because I don't want people to say that I'm deflecting.
I just ask if we could all just do better. Whether you're friends with somebody who's fucked up, whether you are the person who's fucked up, can we just do better, please? Nobody has to be perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody has to be perfect. Of course, people are going to make mistakes. I personally don't think using the N-word is a mistake. It's not a word that I use, but let's give you grace and say you've made a mistake.
I've never once sat on this app and said that it was a mistake. I was simply making a comparison. Whilst I am off this app, I don't sit around and go, oh my God, so-and-so from down the road was graped yesterday, or that guy across the street's a pedlo. I don't speak like that, right? I'm not TikTok when I come off TikTok. Do you understand?
Anybody.
Granted, the N-word is a disgusting word. I agree. But I was on the phone with what I classified as a mate referring in a private conversation. Thing is, you're never off the app. Well, McNitty, or Nighty, whatever your name is, I think you fine, pal. I don't come on the app until 5 o'clock and I'm on the show by 6. Come off by 9 o'clock and I'm off. I was not using the word as a slur. I was simply using the word as comparison. But that's your biggest issue. You're not understanding the context. You want this race war. You ain't having it with me, pal.
Who's used it? If you've made a mistake, can we not just do better?
It's not a mistake.
And say sorry and
It's not a mistake. Stop trying to gaslight me into apologise for something I haven't done. It was never a mistake. I knew what word was coming out of my mouth. But again, the word was not used in the context you're trying to push onto your audience.
Blocking black creators.
Blocking black creators. I haven't blocked anyone else other than you. I blocked you because you're uploading videos of me.
Being punitive with black creators and making it a them problem, a us problem.
See, again, you're trying to gaslight everybody into the race debate again. It's not happening, Remi. It's not happening. Levi steered me into the conversation, got what he wanted, held it and outed it. What you want to do now is you want to steer me into making a divide, into making a mine and you argument, so then it turns into that race debate again. And we ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. Sorry.
Versus something you've actually done.
Not doing it. Sorry.
Because I'm sick of it. And do you know what also is really frustrating as well is that there are some creators, black creators, mixed race creators, who have heavily called out Pearl for her racism. Heavily.
But that was racist, what Pearl had said.
Called out Zach for his racism, yet will go and sit and kiki and laugh with Corie, who said that...
Oh, cough.
5 times.
Wow, I said the N-word 5 times, darling. Ring the police, Remi. If I offended you that much, you ring the police, right? You ring the police, okay? Ring the police and report me if it offended you that much. And the police will tell you one thing. It wasn't aimed at anybody. What you want us to do. Seriously, go and check. Torian, I'm not having a debate with you either. Go and check.
You've called a black man on this app an ape.
Which you... then continued to put me in your box when I was helping you with your numbers. You then continued to WhatsApp me non-stop from Wednesday the 9th of March to get me to your show. I didn't reply not once. Don't sit there and try and gaslight a community into the race debate again when all you done was WhatsApped me until the 8th. to try and get me to one of your shitty little shows. Because you wanted my views and numbers. So when it fed in to what you needed me for, views and numbers, when you needed me, it didn't bother you that I called AR what I called AR, even though that was sorted and I was dragged for that, bearing in mind, even though me and AR were battling less than 3 days later. Very two-faced of you, Miss Remi. Very two-faced indeed.
So, are we also being selective? Well,
you're being selective, Remi, because even though I said that to AR, you still wanted me on your shitty show. You still wanted to chase Luke. Is Corie still coming? Is Corie still coming? But now, because I said the M-word on the phone back in January, which I already brought to the app, and because it was brought to the app then, and nobody had the outrage because they already knew it existed, now you want to drag me and call me a massive racist. Go away. Go away,
he didn't
Remi.
intend to offend. Well, Zach said he didn't intend to offend.
That was different. Zach said bun the ends. That was massively different. That was on TikTok. Pearl also on TikTok.
Offend either, but he was dragged to
whatever.
filth. Pearl said she didn't intend to offend, but she was also dragged for filth. But Corey's fine.
Pick up Fly
Corey's
Killer.
fine.
Yes, I am. Thank you, Fly Killer. Whoever's just received a sub off Fly Killer, if you don't want the sub, feel free to block me.
Because he didn't intend to offend.
It is different. Torian, Torian, I'm not gaslighting anybody here. I'm not trying to deflect to anybody, but it is different in the context in which it was said. She's not understanding the context in which it was said. She's acting as if I went on the phone and went, this person's the M-word. I didn't say that at all.
And again, for those of you sitting in these spaces, supporting, gifting, bigging up, what are you doing? What are you doing to make a difference? Ask yourselves that. What are you doing to make a difference? Because what I'm seeing is a lot of lip service. A lot of people say, I'm not racist. I would never use that word. But you...
This is not real life, Remi. Do you understand my language? It is not real life. This is an app. There is no judge. There is no jury. When it gets taken off the app, then the police are involved. Miss Jen, thank you. Get a grip. Racism is real life. Again, this app is not real life. What part are you not understanding? It's not real life. This app is not real life.
Sit there clapping and supporting them. What are you doing? And I tell you now, I would rather have 20 fucking people in my...
Do you think I'd go through this app and go and knock on somebody's door? Do you think I'd go through this app and chuck... People ain't obligated to make a difference. No, exactly. But do you think, right, that if me and EQ met in person, do you really reckon that me and EQ would have a bad word to say about each other? No. Do you reckon if me and Zach the Brat met, do you reckon me and Zach the Brat would have words for each other? Do you reckon Zach would be swinging a bat towards my face? No. This is an entertainment app. Granted, racism is not entertainment. It's a very touchy subject. But this call recording existed in January. I told the app it existed, Remi. This is the part that you're not understanding. You expected that call recording to come out and for the app to go in uproar, like it did with Zach, or like it did with Pearl. But it didn't. It didn't happen like that, Remi. The context is not given to you. Drag it on, darling.
Then have 2,000-3,000 people in here of flip-flop people. Honest to God, like, if this cancels me or people don't want to fuck with me because Remi's had... I don't care. I don't care because I'm sick.
Dave, don't start flashing your badge, pal, because I'll block you.
Of the shit on this app.
Marvellous.
And do you know what's really pissed me off?
Can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
A clip on the FYP. A clip on the FYP of 3 creators, including Corie, laughing about that gorilla gift that got sent to Pearl.
I don't care. I am allowed a sense of humour. What Angie done, whilst very distasteful, was absolutely effing hilarious. I don't care. I don't care. What do you want me to do? Sit here, act all PG? Can you imagine how boring that would be if we all sat on this app and went, that's wrong. Everybody call that out. Next clip. That's wrong. Everybody call it out. It was hilarious. I don't care what you say. Sorry.
Do you know how hurtful it is as a black person to sit there and see three big creators with big platforms laughing about one creator sending another creator a gorilla gift with racial intent, which they'd admitted to a person who has pled guilty to being offensive to a person of colour? And we're all just going to sit around. We're all just going to sit around and go, ha, 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 that's hilarious. You got Canadian Angie over there saying that was a classic move. Classic move. Why is racism...
There was racism undertones to that. There was racism undertones. She mocked Canadian Angie's speech. That was racist undertones.
That's hilarious. You got Canadian Angie over there saying that was a classic move.
I feel as if Canadian Angie should report that to the police.
Classic move. Why is racism funny to you? Oh, sorry. It doesn't affect you, does it?
Defo not. Torian, send your heart, you'll get blocked.
Funny. When are we all going to...
Xenophobia, yes. Yes, xenophobia.
The fuck up. Because I'm sick of it. And then you all want to slide into my DMs or come into my comment section when I'm doing Happy FYP and ask me, Remi, why aren't you speaking on Pearl? Remi, why aren't you speaking on Zach? Remi, why aren't you speaking on Corie?
You haven't stopped speaking about me. You haven't stopped WhatsApping me. You're obsessed. You're a stalker. I'm going to have to call the police on Remi, I think.
Supporting, laughing. Are you all okay?
Are you okay, Remi? It was only a couple of months ago, Remi, that you were calling gifts on this app African gifts. You want this divide. You ain't getting it. Not with me.
Can we all just grow the fuck up?
Speak for yourself, darling. Leave me alone. Stop being so obsessed with me. If you want a booyaka, you should have asked.
Didn't care about trans rights, LGBTQ plus rights, ableist rights, women's rights, animal fucking rights. If I am able as a human to care about you, to not use slurs and words that upset you or your communities, why can you not do the same? And if you fuck up, why can you just not say sorry?
I apologised!
And mean it. And do better.
Thank you, Colin.
Why?
There we go. That's the end of that. Right, guys, I need a cigarette. Fucking hell. Do you agree with Remi? I'll make it a vote. Do you agree with Remi? Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. You're allowed your honest opinion. I'm not blocking anybody in my room. I want to talk to you. I don't block anybody in my room for having their opinion. Hence the reason why I left all of you in here when you were talking about Remi. I wouldn't block anybody for being on Remi's side. Ironically, I didn't mind Remi, but I knew her intentions towards me wasn't true. Hence the reason why I never replied to her WhatsApps. I knew that she needed me for the views. She needed me for this, that, and the other to help with her show. And then the second I'd done something wrong, she didn't text me. She didn't go, oh, Corie, I hope you're okay, darling. But let me just reach out to you to say what you done on that phone call was absolutely wrong, and I'm going to absolutely slate you for it. She didn't even do that. She didn't even give me a chance. But again, Remi, you needed me. Remi, you wanted to be in your show, but because I didn't fit your narrative and you wanted to jump on it for the clout train, you wouldn't stop WhatsApping, would you, Remi? I didn't even reply to you not once. Embarrassing for you, dear. Good luck with your race debate. You won't be having one with me. I need a fag. Receipts, Joe. Always for receipts, darling. Making me cry. Kelly. Oh, a little Freddy. Sticky. Right, guys, we're gonna have 2 minutes. We'll start the show at 7:40. Everybody, can we finish my second live goal of the night, darlings? And then we'll restart the show at 7:40.